Okay class. Today we are studying about stack and queue. Okay. A stack is a non-primitive, linear data structure that stores the elements in the LIFO, last in first out order. However, the stack can only be used to store similar kinds of elements, that is, those that have the same data types. An example of a stack data structure could be a pile of books that are kept on a table. You can imagine how the books would be placed on top of each other. However, the topmost book, which would have been kept at last, is the one that will be removed first from the pile. Therefore, it follows the last in first out order. A queue is also a non-primitive, linear data structure that stores elements in a sequential manner. However, the queue data structure follows a FIFO, first in first out order to store and retrieve elements from the memory. It can also only store similar kinds of elements in the queue. An example of a queue can be a line or a queue in a bank in which the person who comes first will be served first. Therefore, it follows the FIFO order to process the elements. So the stack, it follows the LIFO, last in first out order to store the elements, which means the element that is inserted last will come out first. It has only one end, known as the top, at which both insertion and deletion take place. The insertion operation is known as push and the deletion operation is known as pop. A real-life example of a stack can be the undo/redo operation in Word or Excel. In other hand, a queue, it follows the FIFO, first in first out order to store the elements, which means the element that is inserted first will come out first. It has two ends, known as the rear and front, which are used for insertion and deletion. The rear end is used to insert the elements, whereas the front end is used to delete the elements from the queue. The insertion operation is known as enqueue and the deletion operation is known as dequeue. A real-life example of a queue can be an operating system process scheduling queues.